All right, Top 97, it's TT Torrez, LL Cool J. Hi.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm so glad you stopped by.
I'm glad to be here.
Christmas in Brooklyn, December 19th, Barclays.
Yeah, Christmas in Brooklyn, December 19th. Get to share the stage with the icons, Run-D.M.C, and you know, Lecrae, DJ Khaled and friends, Diggy Simmons, and many more. A lot of special guests still to be announced.
Yeah, I love this picture that Reverend One tweeted out last night. Do you remember this?
Yeah, this is one of them events, some charity
at the
event or something.
Barclays.
Is that what it was?
No, excuse me, at Madison
Square Garden. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Madison Square Garden. You and Run-D.M.C performing on Madison Square Garden stage.
That is so funny. That is so funny. It's like, you know, when I think about you know, these kinds of moments, it just, you know, that's what my whole career is based on, you know, longevity, versatility, originality. You know what I'm saying? Like giving them the longevity, but being versatile enough to adapt as time moves on, you know, and then being original enough, not being a follower, not like being a guy that, you know, you leading the pack, and then when things switch up, all of a sudden you start following, but actually keeping it, you know, keeping it fresh, still believing in your taste. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot, you know, a lot of little young homies that stay around me, and a lot of little cats that I hang out with, and you know, and stuff like that. But just believing in yourself and doing what you love, like that's the thing I love about this culture. Like you don't have to stop. It's just a matter of you caring enough to always pay attention
to what's going on.
Absolutely.
I remember first getting into radio, and the first record I heard on the radio that stuck to me was "I Need Love."
That's wild.
And I will have my program director at the time, Jeff Lee. I will call. He had this special show on Sundays. He did this countdown show, and I will call him every Sunday and ask him to play that as the #1 song.
That is so funny. You know, I got to tell you, you know, like my music has definitely. Look, I'm very lucky, you know, because, you know, a lot of guys, you know, from my era and the people that came up with me weren't. I've been blessed to be able to transcend eras. You know, that's like a blessing. Like I'm kind of an anomaly. I'm unique in that way.
But how? What makes you so unique? How do you do it?
You know, I don't know. If I had the answer to that, I'd be a zillion times bigger. You know what I'm saying? I just think sometimes the stars line up.
And you're favored.
God bless, exactly. God gives people favor in different areas. And in that particular area, he's just blessed me to be able to relate consistently to all different generations, all different age groups. I mean, and it goes both ways. It's not just me relating to a young, you know, to a 12-year-old or a 15-year-old. It's relating to a 90-year-old. Like you'll have like somebody who be like 80, 90 years old and be like, oh, LL Cool J. Like,
and then your diversity when it comes to people that know you. Like you're not just in the hip hop world. You're so mainstream. It's not a certain target demo. It's like people that you wouldn't even expect know LL Cool J. Yeah,
it's really a blessing. And you know, I try, but what I do is, what I've learned is that when it comes to my music, when it comes to whatever I'm doing, I stay focused on that. Like I don't try to like when it comes to my music, I'm gonna do a record with Troy Ave. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do hip hop that from the heart, do what I'm supposed to do. Like I don't try to go mainstream. I don't try to go pop. I let it all come to me, you know.
And you just go with the vibe.
And I just go with whatever vibe I'm feeling.
So that "I Need Love" was my first LL Cool J moment, and then my second LL Cool J moment that sticks with me to this day is I'm from Long Island, but I go to church in Jamaica, Queens, and the Greater Allen church with Floyd Flake. And I remember one Sunday, I just joined this church, right, because a good friend of mine died. He was a DJ, and they get in his church with his funeral was at that church. And I was like, I want to go back there. I didn't realize that was your church at the time until the next time I went to church that Sunday. You gave a speech, and it was about tithing and giving back and sowing seeds into other people's lives.
Amen.
And I had my second LL Cool J moment at that point. And then now sitting here with you is like my third LL Cool J moment.
Well, let me tell you, you know, you brought that up. People ask me, I mentioned earlier longevity, versatility, originality. What I didn't mention was spirituality and believing in God. And, you know, every dime I get, no matter what it is, I give 10%
to the church.
To the church. I tithe. I'm a lifelong tither for many years now. I've been a tither, and you know, I believe strongly in giving. You know, I believe that, you know, you got to have that faith, and you got to, and I've seen it work in my life, because as much as people in the world like to take credit and claim to be geniuses, at the end of the day, there's a higher power than you. And you got to answer to that power. Yeah. And you have to recognize that power. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Does that keep you grounded?
It absolutely keeps me grounded, because the celebrity part of my life is a byproduct. I'm an artist. The celebrity thing just happened because I love art so much and I create. So when I walk in a room, people may see a famous guy in front of them, a guy that they've seen on TV that they recognize, but what they're experiencing is a man coming from the heart. You know what I'm saying? And
when you're genuine, it definitely, I think, reflects the people.
Absolutely.
I had a conversation with Ice Cube. I was hosting a show he did in Miami, and when he got off stage, the first thing he said to me was, "How did I do? Was I good? Did I hold the mic right?" And I was like, and I sat back and I was interviewing him. I said, "You're Ice Cube.
Oh yeah.
Why do you care? Like, why do you care about that instant feeling?" He said, "I'm an artist and I come from a performance stage, and that instant gratitude never goes away."
Absolutely.
And he's like, movies, you gotta wait till they come out to see the people reviews or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you're on that stage, you get that instant gratification. And he's like, that's a feeling he never wanted to go away.
He's absolutely correct.
Is that for you?
Absolutely. I love being on the stage live. I love performing. You know, still to this day, I named my first album Radio. Still to this day, nothing gives me a better feeling than hearing my music on the radio.
Wow.
It's you know, I love to stream it online. I do.
Yeah.
I love when I look at my videos and I see big views. It's great. That's great. But hearing it on the radio still, even though times have changed, even though some people have moved a little to the internet and radio's in a flux, kind of a fluctuation, still matters to me. Yeah. I still
I see
love
why
it.
your camp calls me now. I get it. Where's LL Soul on the radio? He's listening.
Because I go crazy. Like I go crazy. I want to hear my song on the radio. Like that's all that matters. Like I'm crazy with that.
I get it now. Cause me, I'm like, why did this guy got millions and millions of dollars?
Yeah, but it ain't about
time to listen to the radio.
I stream it. Let me tell you something. I don't know what the relationship is with, but I got iHeartRadio. I'm on Hot 97. When I'm in LA, I'm listening to Hot 97 all day. I'm listening.
You listening?
I'm clicking the bill. I'm listening. I'm listening to what's going on. I care. I absolutely care.
Yes.
Be
so
clear.
I get it now.
Yeah. So Claudine is not, she's not a bad, she's not hounding you. It's me. I'm in the background aiding and abetting. I'm in the background.
So outside of music, like what's next for you? What's that thing that will make LL say, you know what? I just want to chill. I just want to ride this out.
There's no such thing. Like, it's about art. It's about creativity. Like, we're on this earth to maximize our potential. Yeah. Like, stop for what?
For what?
Why would you ever stop doing the things you love? What reason? Okay, there were things you loved when you were 15. Yeah. Now you're your age now. Like, like when you were 15, you looked at a person your age now differently.
I do. Yeah.
See, it's like you don't stop loving it. You know, it's not about, look, I tell you like this. Look, money is a great thing. And look, I mean, that's nice. It's nice to have nice things. It's great to hear that.
And drive nice Maybach.
That's beautiful. Yeah, all that's sexy and it's cute and it's fun. Yeah. But the reality is, you know, it's nothing like just creating and loving what you do and being passionate about what you do. I don't do this for money. Yeah. I did my first record with no contract. When we started Def Jam, I didn't have a contract.
Wow.
Like,
can you tell us what that first contract was? Just when you started out, do you remember?
Yeah. When I finally first got a deal, they gave me $50,000. Wow. And as an advance, and you know, I don't remember what the budget was. You know, maybe the budget was, I don't know, $250 or $300.
But look how you took that at the time, which seemed a lot, you know.
Yeah,
coming from
when you're 16.
When you're 16, that was a lot of money. But look how you took that little bit and created this whole entire empire.
Seed time harvest.
Yeah.
Like you said, seed time harvest. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not only about who makes money. You know, that doesn't make your music great.
Yeah.
That means you have a great business acumen.
Yeah. Now, do you listen to people when they say, because you've been in this game for so many years, do you listen to people when they say, hey, that ain't the right record, let's go back in and do something else?
Yeah, I do because, like, look, there are a couple of ways to I can answer that question. First of all, I do two different types of records, right? I do science projects and I do culture records. Big difference. No,
tell me the difference.
The difference is a science project is a record where I don't care about the beat. I don't care about who produced it. I'm not concerned with whether the features are current. I'm not concerned with whether what slang I'm using when I'm rhyming. I'm doing my thing, and it's purely an artistic moment. I liken it to Prince, okay?
Right.
Going in and doing his thing. It's like pure musical expression. Then there are culture moments where, you know, I'm doing a record where I'm putting, you know, Troy Ave on a record, or I'm putting Raekwon and Murder Mook on a record, or I'm getting with Eminem, or I'm getting with, you know, this one or that one. And, you know, Fred the Godson, Loaded Lux, Murder Mook, Raekwon. Like, I'm doing culture music. So, like, right now, this album, I'm doing culture music. Now, as far as me listening to people when they say it's not the right record, it's according to what it is. If it's about it being a single, and then maybe I will. Maybe. If it's just something that I'm expressing purely from my spirit, then I won't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's according to what the scenario is. There's no.
Do you think the music industry today has gotten away from the pure essence of what the rap game and the hip hop game was built on?
I think that the music business in some ways got a little more conservative creatively. They're playing it safe. You know, it's not so much about getting away from the essence. It's just, yo, this is working, so let's just only do things like this
because it's getting up the charts.
Right.
Yes.
But what happens is, there used to be a thing back in the days called turntable hits. You know what turntable hits are?
Explain it to me. The B-side of records?
No. A turntable hit is a record that gets a zillion spins but no traction. Nobody loves it. Nobody buys it. So it responds well and it researches well, but nobody buys it and cares about it because it works, but it works for the wrong reasons. Like, I've had songs like, let's take a song like Doing It. Radio did not want to play that song.
Wow. Because of doing it.
They could say lyrics, different things, but they just didn't want to play it. But it responded. It's not researching. It's not that. Like, music is subjective. You know, you have to give it a chance to soak into people's spirit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like Around the Way Girls, an old school record. Radio didn't want to play that. That's
one of my second to I Need Love favorite records.
It stalled for 4 months. Wow. Radio did not refuse to play it. And then a couple of stations said, you know what? We're going to take a shot with it. And it started catching. See, my music is, when you make longevity music, when you make music that is going to last a long time, sometimes the kindling point is a little higher. You know what I mean? It's not paper. So you don't just, and it's on fire and then it's gone.
Yeah.
It's wood. It's wood.
So it takes time to burn.
It takes time to burn it. You got to catch.
Yes.
You got to get it in there and let it catch.
Yeah.
So, you know, I listen a little bit to certain things if I respect the person's opinion, and if I feel like, you know, while I respect everyone's opinion, everyone doesn't know everything and they may not understand the vision. But sometimes you just got to believe in what you're doing. Like,
what would you say was your favorite song to record? Like, what was that favorite LL moment that you can describe to us? Take us in that studio where you was writing them rhymes down, and when that magic came together and you heard it blaring out that radio that you love to listen to. What was that record for you?
I've had so many wonderful moments.
You got to think.
Yeah, I've had so many amazing moments, honestly.
You got to give me just one that, like, maybe your top favorite record.
When I was recording Headsprung, you know, and I remember going, they call me Big Ellie, then Big Silly, Big Money, Big Really. And it was just like, it just felt, when I'm sliding in the mart and they hear me, I'll be slicing with these bars so they fear me. Yo, it just felt like, I just remember that was a crazy moment. Mama Said Knock You Out was like that, because I was aggravated with the engineer, and You know, that's why I said, come on, man, because he was taking so long. I was like, come on, man. Then then the record started. So that was one. I mean, there's so many. You know?
I can't believe, like, just sitting here, I can't believe, like, December 19th is just around the corner. And when you hit that Barclay Stage, how many hits that you're going to be performing?
Yes,
like,
it's
hit after hit after hit after hit.
Lounging was another one. Who do you love? Yeah, that was fun. I mean, I've had so many, man, you know.
Yeah. So can you tell us, like, a moment that we may not know about? Take us through an LL moment that didn't make the media, didn't make the papers, didn't make the blogs, that you wanted to share. A moment that never got to us, but that you remember from LL's early days.
I remember, like, sitting in Russell's office, and Russell Simmons, and you know, he had no furniture.
Wow.
So I was sitting on the floor, like on pillows on the floor, and you know, and he's just like, who's this smiling at me? Who's this smiling at me? And you know, and
talk.
Yeah, and then I got an opportunity to write for Run-D.M.C, to write songs for them and work with them. And I mean, there's just been so many beautiful moments, you know. You know, buying my mother a house, you know.
What was that like, coming from Queens?
17, I bought my mother a house.
Wow.
I mean, you know, what's better than that?
Really, truly. At
you know,
17 years
nothing
old.
feels better. I mean, 17.
Yeah.
No, mom, buy you a house. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
You know, it was.
Let me ask you this: when you first got into this game, being so young, did you ever in a million years, or was you always a visionary to see yourself being at this point where you are today? Did you see that in the beginning?
I always dreamt of being great and being like, you know, I wanted to be the greatest rapper and be the best, and that was always the goal. You know, it was a pipe dream. It was a dream.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't, you know.
Who was the person that said, LL, you can be so much bigger than this? Who was that person that put it in perspective for you?
My mother and grandmother were extremely strong women. You know, I think that's why I have such a, even though I talk the freak stuff in my music, there's still a level of respect there when I'm dealing with the women on my music, you know.
Yeah.
They were very strong. And you know, my mother used to tell me, Todd, you can do anything you put your mind to. And my grandmother used to tell me, if a task is once begun, never leave it till it's done. Be thy labor great or small, do it well or not at all. And I kind of grew up with that mantra, you know.
Wow.
I grew up believing that you can do anything you put your mind to, you know. And I don't, no matter what, you know, I am extremely determined.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you know,
it's
abnormally.
Like that need to succeed never goes away, right?
It's not just like a general succeed for the sake of succeeding. It's a desire to create.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To use the godly power and talent that was instilled in me to the best of my ability, to maximize my potential. Because if I'm not here to maximize my potential, then what am I on earth for?
Exactly. But you know what? A lot of people don't get that. A lot of people miss out on that. That's hard for people to grasp and understand. And see, I know where you're at with that, because that's something I got early on, that there's something inside of me that's greater than what I was put on earth for. And I have to maximize my potential, what's leading me at that moment. Whatever it is, I have to zone in on it, and I have to maximize that.
Absolutely.
Sometimes that goes over people's heads.
But you know what? Everything is hard at first. And, you know, hey, you're right. You're right about that. But for those, if it does go over their head, give them a helping hand. Lift them up so they can catch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just lift them up.
Yeah.
So they can catch it.
Yeah. So can we talk a little bit about acting?
Absolutely.
You're doing your thing. Oh,
Thank
my mom is a diehard fan of your sitcom.
Thank you. Yeah.
She is like into it every day. So what else you got going on?
Well, you know, I have a very Grammy Christmas coming up. I hosted that, and Pharrell was part of that, and
the Grammys are always good, right?
Adam Levine was part of it. The Grammys are always great, but this was like a certain special that was purely about Christmas and the nominations.
Nice. And you're hosting again in February, right?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
You're not going to give us no exclusive?
We'll see.
You know you're going to be right back on that stage. You always do a good job, though.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been having fun with that. And I got to co-produce the nomination show, Grammy nominations, and a very Grammy Christmas. So, you know, I'm, you know, it's a blessing. You know, I'm having fun. And NCIS Los Angeles, that comes on Mondays at 10 o'clock.
That's the show my mother loves.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. You know?
How do you stay in shape for that? Because you do a lot of like jumping and and I watch your Instagram. I see you be boxing and doing all types of stuff.
I stay in the gym.
Yeah.
I put on like 25 pounds for the role.
Yeah.
And I just work hard. You know, I lift a lot of weights. You know what? My diet fluctuates. Sometimes I'm a little more strict. Sometimes I'm not. I eat a lot of protein.
Yeah.
I use protein shakes. I have like some energy drinks that I love to take. I have, all kinds of stuff. I work at it.
Yeah. When do you have time just to be Todd and be home with the kids and the family? And
that's funny. You know what? I'm always Todd. Todd made LL. LL didn't make Todd.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So, I'm always Todd first. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an image.
That's who you are organically.
Yeah, this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I ain't coming here with a pink beard and you know what I mean? the lime green Adam's apple or something. You know what I'm saying?
So throughout all these years, did you ever navigate from being Todd?
Look, when I was 19, 20, I was silly. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm far from the guy on the pedestal.
Yeah.
Like I am definitely not that guy. Like, if I run for mayor, you can find some dirt. Like, I am not that guy.
You are not going to run for president.
I am not presidential material.
No, Olivia
be clear.
Pope will have to clean up a lot of stuff.
Be very clear. I am not that guy. Like, but at the same time, I do care about people. I try to do the right thing, right by people.
Yeah.
Treat people with love, respect. I don't go around stepping on people, and I don't look down on people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't wear my celebrity ranking on my shoulder. Like, I'm not like looking,
Like, I'm a celebrity. Look at me.
Yeah. I think that's so corny.
Yeah.
I think that elitist mentality is so corny and so tired.
You being in LA, you would think that you would get caught up in that type of stuff.
Nah, because you know what? It's like, a guy who comes from Italy and he been here, 20 years, but he still got the accent. Yeah, we're going down to it's too late for that. I can't, me going to LA and be like, switch it up. Ain't going down, but it's over, man.
But those people choose to be like that, though. They choose to be in that world and they choose to be that center of attention. It takes a special person to like bring somebody and people from around them and lift them up at the same time.
No question.
Yeah.
No question. Yo say.
Okay. Well, listen, LL Cool J, can we expect the album coming out soon?
Yeah. I don't have a date for the album because, look, I'm not like trying to like rush and sell 5,000 copies or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working on music. I'm working on the G.O.A.T 2 album. I got some amazing people on the album so far.
I know you was telling me in that lobby.
It's crazy, but I'm just taking my time and working on the music. People, just Google G.O.A.T 2. You'll find new music. I got the record with Troy Ave called You Already. I got the Tinashe remix to 2 On.
Shout out to Flex who's been playing that.
Yes. Shout out to Flex, my man Funk Flex. Yeah. I got the 808 Mafia. I did Break Your Face. I got this Tell the World with this little 12-year-old MC named Lil Leaky. He's from the Lower East Side. He's fire.
So crazy.
12 years old. The song is crazy. And then I got Raekwon Murder Mook. I'm Nice. My man Ron Browse did that. I mean, I got the song with Movado. And these are all just guys. So these are not singles. This is not like music to like I didn't put this music out to because I expected it to be like a single or something. Yeah. I'm just allow me to reintroduce myself.
My name is LL.
You know what I'm saying?
So are you releasing your new album on Def Jam, or are you parted ways? No, I'm not.
I parted ways with Def Jam a long time ago. Right. We did a deal where I own my catalog.
Oh, smart.
And now
So you're gonna do this totally
separate. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it. It'll be independent and You know, it's a different era.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go do some dinosaur move like, you know, and go like, yo, please listen to my demo. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, it's a brand new world. Like,
you can do independent and totally do fine with that.
Absolutely.
Now. Yes, absolutely.
I believe that.
Yeah, you can. All right. So December 19th, Christmas in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Christmas in Brooklyn. Run-D.M.C.
LL Cool J.
Lecrae.
It's been a very long time since you performed in New York.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And it's definitely been a long time since I was on a big stage.
Yeah. Was Madison Square Garden your last performance?
Yeah, that was my last big stage performance, and that was many years ago in New York.
Wow.
And so it's, you know.
A monumental moment.
Definitely. I mean, I've had a couple of little, you know, Summer Jam guest appearances here and there, but I haven't given them a full... You know, the
New
full,
York.
the full get down.
Yeah.
You got to give them the full get down.
You know what's so amazing? As I'm sitting here talking to you, I got an epiphany. When I was putting this show together, right? The idea was bridging generations together through hip hop. And I was on the train, the LIR in New York, and I was riding home and I said, you know what? It'd be great to have Diggy on that set with his dad.
That's dope.
That's dope, right?
I think it's dope.
And then I watched the interview with Reverend Run, and he said that Hot 97 and WBLS honored him in a way that he has never been honored before by having his son on that same stage.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that crazy?
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was so beautiful.
It is amazing.
That's a big moment.
I can only imagine how he feels.
How he feels, right? And then Jam Master Jay's son.
Yeah, DJing. Yeah, I know.
That's like so...
I know.
Crazy, like
I know.
Big.
I know, it's crazy.
I know the whole borough of Queens is going to be out.
Yeah, you're going to have Queens in there. You're going to have Brooklyn in there. Like I said, you're going to have Jersey, Connecticut.
Everybody's
man, you probably have some Philly in there. You know it bleeds across lines. We go across state lines, baby.
It's going to be fun.
We cross state lines. December 19th.
Ticketmaster.com.
Please believe it.
Tickets. LL Cool J performing live. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Pleasure, T.
Much
love.
Album coming out soon. He'll let us know via his Instagram.
No question. Go to. There's the name of the record. And like I told you before, it's got some of the best artists, you know, everybody from Loaded Lux and Murder Mook to Eminem and T.I. I mean, this album is a movement. So get ready. It's going to be serious.
It's LL Cool J.
One love, baby.